Welcome viewers to Tenerife, Costa, Adeje. Let's take a walk from Laguna Park 1 to Laguna Park 2. I've got oxygen on standby, the Sherpas are on alert, I'm heading up the hills. Will I make it? Need to watch to the end to see if I make it. This is going to be some trek up here. Let's go. So we're in the San Eugenio area, just across from the Rum Pot Bar, Faces Bar. Down the bottom of this street we've got the Coconut Cafe, Temple Bar, Scotch Corner, San Eugene's. That's the Tenerife Gardens. This is always one of the more affordable accommodations. I'm not 100% sure if the rooms have got air conditioning or balconies. That might be why it's a bit more affordable. It's quite a good location, but I've almost booked in here a lot of times. One time I will stay in there just to see what it's like. Let's take a wee wander. If you're considering Laguna Park 1 or Laguna Park 2, right at the start of the walk, that's Laguna Park 1. I'm going to tell you right at the start, location wise there is no contest. Laguna Park 1 is in a reasonably flat location. That's an ambulance from somebody who's tried to climb up the hill here. I think that's somebody collapsed. I'm not joking. We're going to go up the hill. I'm going to be brutally honest with you. I know that I've got some viewers who are fans of Laguna Park 2, the Victoria restaurant here. It doesn't matter how much you can save on deals. It's always one of the most affordable ones, Jet2 package holidays, even booking a loan separately. It's not that. It's not as if it's really cheap, but it's not really cheap. Just a bit cheaper than some other places. I would pay the extra money and stay in a better location. That's my opinion on it. I would go as far to say, if there was a palace up here, I'd still consider the location a drawback. It's a noisy road. Just started on cue, didn't it? Of course it did. This wee Cobra bar is busy. I think I've got a quiz on just now. What they got on? Yeah, they've got something on, that's for sure. People get beer. Hello. They give me a wee wave there. Oh, it's a music quiz they've got on. Oh yeah. Oh, I should have been in there. I'd like to wee quiz. Let's continue. Hot buffet here, €10.95. Aberdeen Steakhouse, and then we've got this, what's it called? Mandarin restaurant, Chinese, just probably opening just after 5 o'clock. So, to get up to Laguna Park 2, from memory, we need to climb this very steep hill on a very busy road. A couple of wee sports bars down there, quite nice. The Villa Adeje Beach Hotel is just right at the end here. See there, Villa Adeje Beach? So it's right at the end. Probably on the borderline of where I would stay, because once we started up here, we go up towards the Caledonia Park and Laguna Park 2. I think there might be a couple of other accommodations up here, but look at this hill we're going to climb. Hopefully I'm not going to get lost on my way up here. There's an apartment complex over on the left here called Ocean Park. I've never seen it for sale. I don't know if it's just private or it's on Airbnb. The traffic is horrendous here. It's always really busy because you're coming off the main dual carriageways here. Okay, now we're talking. Aqualand, I don't think it's far from here. We might make it to Aqualand one time. We'll wait and see. Okay, let's stop. Right away, my knees are nearly collapsing. This is a steep hill. The gradient is pretty hefty. Oh, right, okay. So this is a walk. If you're literally going to walk down to the beach, or going to walk down to the Temple Bar, Scotch Corner, you're going to basically be walking back up this way. It's not the most pleasant walk. It's full of cars, full of traffic. It's a very steep hill as well. Just be careful if you are walking. As I said, there's the main dual carriageway. Some of the crazy drivers from Tenerife already can tell there's cars speeding there. Oh, right, okay. Caledonia Park. Not been in that one yet. Just based on location alone, I wouldn't stay in it. It's too far up. Might be nice. Tell me viewers if you stayed in it, you recommend it. So basically everybody walks down to the bars and restaurants, but they usually get a taxi or a bus back up. To be fair, I think there's good transport links. Laguna Park 2, there's a bus station a bus stop right outside it. I need to figure out where I'm going here. I should have looked at my previous video I done. I did have a quick glance at it, but I should have looked at it in more detail. Burger King. Doing my wee drink now, actually going up this hill. Oh man, right. Is that Aqualand there? Looks shut. Still open, yeah, it's open. Aqualand is like the kind of tiny mini version of Siam Park. Siam Park, by all means, everybody says it's amazing. I'm not really into the water parks and all that, and I can't go down the slides because I've got back issues, so I could never do a video on Siam Park. There's loads of people done really good videos on Siam Park. Check them out. Walk With Me Tim, he's done a really good one. Night Strider. Frankie Mac doesn't do many videos on YouTube, but I remember Frankie, you did one in Siam Park that was good, so check that out as well. Okay, this point, Laguna Part 2 is round that way. The hospital is down here. If you don't make it up the hill, you go to hospital. Island Village down there. Mark and Judy, is that where you stayed, at Island Village? I think it might be around there. I might end up going back round there, we'll wait and see. Right, let's cross the zebra crossing. You see the bus stops are pretty good here. It's got, I mean, to stay here you've got to have good transport. The views are amazing, to be fair, once you actually get up here. No, nobody's stopping. Oh, on you go. Okay, finally a nice taxi driver let me go. Ah, now this is where it gets more serious, doesn't it? We have to go right up the top of the complex. I've not been able to go in Laguna Park 2 and actually take a video. We'll see if I go up to the top. I'll try and see if I can manage my way in. Nobody seems to stop at these zebra crossings. Yeah, that's what guy is. Thank you. Right, that's what we're dealing with, viewers, up this hill. It is some walk up here. If you get any mobility issues, any whatsoever, you cannot stay in this location unless you're willing to get a bus or a taxi all the way back up all the time. This would just be too much for you, I think. Don't get me wrong, the distance isn't the problem. It's not that far from all the bars and restaurants. It's the gradient of the hill. It's so steep, it's brutal. I'm going to be honest, if it was half the price to stay here compared to Laguna Part 1, I'd still go down Laguna Part 1 because I'd end up spending money in taxis all the way back up here. Right, as I said, you do get some amazing views. Oh my goodness. Right, we're going left here. Sign for Laguna Part 2. God knows what that place is up there, up the top of the hill. I think there's another one. Is it Panoramic Heights? Oh, absolute top of it. Oh, why did I do this? Why? I done it just to show you the difference between Laguna Part 1 and Laguna Part 2 location wise. Right, I think we're just round the corner. Figure my way back here. I don't think there's much up here as well next to Laguna Park 2. One thing you will say is, if you're staying in Laguna Park 2, it's quite a dated complex. It's got very, very hilly. My parents stayed here years ago. It was my fault. I booked them it before I knew anything. They said that depending on where you're staying, you could have a lot of steps up and down to the pool area as well. So it's just not an accommodation suitable for anybody with mobility issues. It's a massive complex as well. I wonder what the ones are with the green balconies over there. Don't think the Laguna Park's all this kind of colour. Let's continue. Let's go, bus. I'll be getting that bus on the way back down. The way back down is easy, to be fair, but the way up here is brutal. Oh, finally there. Finally here. I don't know if there's much beyond here. Bus stop's right across the road. See, it is good for transportation. If you're staying here, probably car hire might be a good idea. Quite a small car park, mind you. But saying that, the extra money you're going to spend in the car, you could just stay down in Laguna Park 1. So I just checked the clock, 11 minutes it took me to walk uphill. That's not bad. I mean, it's not a big walk, it's not long, it's just so steep. And that's us right at the front of the complex here, right at Laguna Park 2. The way down will be 2 or 3 minutes quicker because you're just going down the way. That's the reception area in there. It's always really busy. It's pretty competitive with prices. The views are amazing. All the way down to see there. The views are amazing. I wonder if this window opens, I could stick my head out it and just have some fresh air. Just noticed where I stayed all night, Player Lead. Nah, there's nothing. Player Lead is just down there actually. It's just so high up here, but the views are fantastic. But it's a hell of a climb. You're going to need those chairs if you climb up here, without a doubt. Keycard system and doors for that and Glenny Furbo. So that's the Laguna Park 2. Thanks for watching. Hit the wee subscribe button, it's absolutely free. Let me know if you've done that walk plenty of times. It's brutal, brutal.